What I do, what is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we are going to be talking about mind games that women love. Yep, mind games that women love. Normally I'll be talking about mind games that you guys should do that work on women, but I want to switch it up because I feel like this is something that I first off did not talk about before, and I can talk about things that you guys won't know, but also because you guys always hear the same thing, and now there's a whole different thing that you guys can be doing that I'm sure maybe a lot of you guys or a good amount did not know about. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, my Canadians to be exact. I know my viewers are more Americans, but or other places as well, but for all my Canadians, happy Thanksgiving. And with that being said, that's really it. The last thing that I just want to remind you guys is keep in mind, like, these girls are the ones for the streets. I know I have not been talking about it or mentioning it or bringing it up too much in the beginning of my videos at least, but I want to make it clear just for you guys before you get confused or feel like, you know what, do it to a girl that actually is much better than a girl that is for the streets. Okay, so just remember with everything I say, and maybe I'll probably remind you guys. Okay, so and I can't forget last thing, you guys, make sure you go ahead and check out everything that is in my bio. Because this video is not edited, we're going to be doing the live version. It's just going to be going straight up and there's nothing added to it, so everything is down below. Go ahead and check out my other videos on my new YouTube channels and my first other one too as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we start from 3, go down to 1, so that means what? You gotta watch until the end to get the number 1 thing on my list. So number 3 is giving her breaks when it comes down to the D. Now, this might shock some of you guys, but first of all, keep in mind, when you're talking to girls that are for the streets, oftentimes they're probably talking to other guys. They're testing their waters, feeling guys out, and also could have guys for multiple different reasons. So, 1, 2, 3 guys, and every guy that she has in her life plays a different purpose. So that could be one of you. You could be part of the 3. So with that being said, most times, she's gonna be dealing with other guys. If you become the guy that's always saying, well, when you want to see me, you can see me, or if you want to see me tonight, I'll always be available, or you're just always available with the time you give her the D, whether it's even late at night or early in the mornings, however your schedule works with her, when you are giving her the D, you don't want her to know or think that she can absolutely get it whenever she wants, because that is not what a woman's going to be driven to. Mind games, keep in mind as well that it's going to be weird things. It's going to be like, why would she even want that? It's going to be things that women will say they don't like, right? When a woman says, I don't want a guy to be specifically this way, but they always go for that type of guy. It's that type of stuff that women will, basically you can say, contradict themselves as well when they say that, I don't want that, but they'll be with that type of thing. Okay, so I hope that's making so much sense for you guys, but it's really simple. Just play these games with her, because most times when they're for the streets, they're not mentally or even close to getting to a place of being wifey material. So if you decide to waste your time, and I know a lot of you guys already try to save a hoe, already told you guys don't do that, but if you try to waste your time in the meantime with a girl that's not even potentially getting close to the dream girl or the wifey type, or that girl that you actually really want to be with or see where it can get with, then you should just go ahead and wait, or go ahead and play the same games that girl that isn't what you want is gonna do, and that's gonna be mind games with your mind. So just think about it like this: she's playing mind games with you automatically, so you don't want to be the one that's saying, okay, well, I want to just do this differently because I feel like I should, I'm a good guy, or I want to be this guy, or she says that she's always been treated bad, so I want to treat her good. Don't listen to all that BS. She'll talk, most women will say that all day, and then still will go behind your back and be with somebody that's the complete opposite. It happens all the time, and you don't want to fall into the trap to have that happen to you. Okay, you guys? And so let me go ahead and wrap up with number 3. So break it down to times where you guys see each other, not being all the time. So also another thing, when you're talking to a woman for the streets, I'm also assuming, and this still can apply if you're in a relationship, but I'm also assuming that you are talking to other girls as well, and you're talking to other people. You're experimenting, you're dating, or even if you're not in a place where you're dating, maybe you guys actually have a title, then you're still gonna probably be doing your own thing in different ways. You're still gonna be unhappy, so your attention is gonna be somewhere else. So really what I'm trying to to say is that you're going to be still in your own life doing your own thing. So basically you have to have time for yourself. Don't get into the place of thinking like back to the, oh, I want to be a different guy for her, to her. I want to be this good guy and stuff like that. Because then you start thinking that, okay, I need to be available for her all the time. When she needs a D, she needs a D. I got to pipe her down and just give her that. It makes her hook. They're not always going to be D-whipped, okay? So that's why you need to make sure you separate it. And also, I was trying to explain to you guys is that you're busy with your own life. So what does that mean? You're going to be always doing other things as well. Especially the busier, the more on your grind, the more actually chasing your purpose, that's going to be taking up a lot of your time. So you don't want to be that other guy that, okay, well, I'm getting distracted by her now. So what does that mean? I got to go ahead and give her the D. I'll tell her to come see me this weekend. Or we live together and I'm just going to try to push it on her, force it on her. Don't be that guy. Once again, she wants the hard to get as well. So you don't want to be easily just giving it out. And think about it also. What would you guys want in a woman? And what would you think a woman would want? The best thing you guys can do, especially when you're trying not to be biased, you think about it in somebody else's shoes. So now, think about it this way. Would a woman want to be with you for that reason? Would a woman, oh, my paper just fell. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, so as I was saying, would a woman want to be with you for that reason? And just kind of think like with common sense, because if you try to overthink it, you might start making excuses or different judgments that's just incorrect. So think about it this way. If a woman would not want that, why would you expect to go ahead and do that? You know what I mean? So like the hard to get, if you had a woman, or let's say a woman wanted a man, would you think a woman's always gonna want that man that easily just gives it up? Most times it's gonna be a simp, and when I say give it up, not in a woman's term, more give it up like give her everything, do everything for her. That's what I mean. Would you think a woman would want a man that's doing that? Nope, most likely not, because that's so easy to get. For a woman, me personally, I just feel like, why would I want to just be with a guy that's just there? Like the easy one. And easy ones also, they are the ones that are going to get lost and distracted by you, right? Imagine if the easy one, a simp, got with a girl and all that he's doing is now investing so much time. Now he's getting distracted. And that's because he wants to show the love. That's because women want to lie and say, I want more time from you. And then they go ahead and we can all go back and forth and say other things about it as well. But we're not going to do it in this video. But that's the same thing. Like I said, with that woman saying, oh, she wants more time from you. And then you start giving it to her. But realistically, she wants you to still be busy. She still wants you to make money, especially that money that you're probably going to be spending on her. So you see, you got to listen basically to the opposite of what they're saying, because truthfully, you notice every time that you do it, it's not working for you. So it becomes common sense, and it's simply thinking about what that woman would actually really want, what that woman goes and runs to every single time, what are her actions. And when I say when she's for the streets, remember, they're going to show most of their actions. She's not taking you serious, and she lets you know flat out, well, I'm not a girl for a relationship, or I'm talking to other guys as well, then that's a huge sign right there. She's playing mind games with you, or most likely she's going to end up going to. Okay, so of course, avoid that. And sorry, I really went on with this number 3, but the other ones I won't explain too much. I just really needed to get everything out. And honestly, you guys, there's still a lot more to say, but I don't want this video to be too long. And let's go ahead and move on to the next thing on my list. And next thing on my list is matching her energy when it comes to availability. Okay, so this means when it comes down to you having time available, don't think because, oh, you like her, or she can be more than just a friend and all that stuff, that you have to start being so open to her. Remember, women always chase the guys that are worried about themselves, have their stuff going on, are focused on their money. Those are the guys that are the most attractive to women. And what happens most times with those guys is that they're so busy in their own bag, and then they have so many women probably throwing themselves at him, and now he has to debate, which one am I going to give energy to, which one am I going to give my time to. So it's the same thing with that woman as well. Okay, so for you, when you're dealing with her, you got to treat it as that. You're busy, you got things to do, so you can't always be available. Once you become too available, women will know that they can always see you whenever they want to, and you do not want that, because she's not going to want to see you whenever she wants to. Back to the challenge that women love, but they say, oh, they don't want. They love. Why do you think the bad guys get all the girls? Like, it makes sense, and we've been saying it since time. Those are the type of guys that women are most likely more attracted to, and they play mind games even if they're not trying to, but sometimes they are. Those guys that are alpha and are sorry guys, that are on their purpose, they're going hard. And so when they're really trying to do their own thing, focus on other things, they're not focused on these girls. So when they're not focused on these girls, you could be talking to that girl. That girl can be talking to that alpha, but that alpha is talking to a whole bunch of other girls, and he doesn't even care about these girls because he's worried about himself. So what happens there? Now she's going to be playing mind games with him because he's not probably available. He doesn't have time for her, but that's the guy that she wants time from. He's the one that's busy though. And then he has girls that want his attention as well. Now she's going to be fighting for her time, and girls are so competitive where they feel like, I'm the one that's going to be able to get your time. I'm going to make it happen where I get your time, and they'll prove it. And it's a lot of satisfaction because their ego gets filled with that, to know that I can have any time with this guy when I want to, especially when he's a busy man, especially when he has other women trying to get the exact same thing. They feel good about themselves. They feel like I'm the shit. And realistically, you have to think about it that way. That's a huge form of validating from that man, even if that's not what he's trying to do. She's gonna feel like, okay, it's confirmed. I'm the one that could get his time when I want. I'm the one that could call him up and he's gonna show up, right? So you don't want to be that guy, because women will not chase those type of guys, and those mind games keep these girls running after you, chasing after you, and trying to fight for your time. And exactly, y'all, I need some water, but that's exactly what you need from that woman, because then she's actually gonna keep coming back, and that's what you need. A lot of times women get so bored, especially with the nice guys. That's why simps don't get no love most of the time, and other reasons as well. But they get bored, and so they're gonna move on to other guys. And remember, once again, these girls are for the streets. So when they are for the streets, of course, like I said in the beginning, they're gonna be talking to other guys as well. So imagine if she's talking to you, and then there's 2-3 other guys, and you're the guy that's always boring, always available, always here. Oh, you wanna hang out? You wanna hang out? Just being that annoying guy that's just basically always trying to be in her face. She's gonna be like, okay, you know what? I have other options, or I can go talk to more guys, right? And so you're gonna be cut out of the picture. And then what happens with that? A lot of guys end up falling into the trap of just getting used and played by women, because now they're always available. Now they're always there, always back to number 3, giving her the D when she wants it. And now she's like, okay, this is too easy. And some women start manipulating, start using, start playing, like I said, and she's gonna start basically saying, you have to pay up. There's a cost to continue to talk to me, because in the beginning, you guys failed to know that you shouldn't be doing these things, shouldn't always be available, shouldn't always be giving her D, right? And there's one more thing that I'm going to be telling you guys, so continue on watching. And if you guys haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up, and of course have that post notification on, and lastly, comment down below what other types of videos you want to see from your girl. But as I was saying, to wrap up with this, right, you're gonna be the one that's always available. She's not gonna be feeling you, and then you being, especially the worst time ever, being the one that's the least entertaining, the one that doesn't have anything that she's wanting to come back to see, you're gonna get kicked out of it. And when I was telling you guys, and kicked out of it, kicked out of her circle, her cycle of guys, back and forth with this guy, you're in there, you're out, bring me back into my life, like all these types of things are gonna go on, and it's just gonna be hectic. Like, I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, y'all, aren't you guys tired of women? Like, aren't you tired of dealing with that? Just don't even bother to waste your time. And I know a lot of you guys like to say, oh, you know what, well, we're not gonna even do this, you guys need to be focused on yourself. And yes, you guys always know I'm gonna tell you that, but at the end of the day, there's still gonna be guys that are gonna talk to women, and I don't blame you guys, because who wants to be lonely sometimes, right? And things like that. But as I was saying, last thing I have to say, last thing, you guys, thank you for bearing with me, but I just wanted to say with the cost thing, because it's important for me to finish this example, is that the cost is gonna be you probably paying her bills, or it's gonna be you showing up and doing something for her that's gonna be a favor, where you might feel like it's a favor, or you might feel like, okay, well, I'm doing this out of good deed as well, and that she's gonna return it in somehow. And it could be you showing up every time maybe her car breaks down, or you showing up every time she just needs you. She calls you, that's when you're there. So the cost is gonna be you doing something that she wants you to do. And if you ever fail to not do it, if you ever get into the trap of, okay, well, I don't really think I want to anymore, or you know what, I know it's wrong, so I'm not gonna do it, then she's gonna be like, you're gone. Like, once again, I said, she's gonna kick you out of her life, her circle, her guys that I'm talking to. So it's like, you are chosen when she wants you. And now that you are not doing what you're supposed to be because you got chosen for that reason, then you're gone. You're not valuable anymore. And that's what you guys have to see it for, okay? That they see less value than maybe you see in yourself. Or maybe you are feeling like you're not valuable at all, but you can't let that show at least. Even if you're a guy that doesn't have confidence, if you want to be talking to women out here, you gotta at least fake it, because you're not going to get far. You're going to end up feeling discouraged, and at some point you're just going to probably try to give up on women completely. So to not get to that point, of course, go ahead and practice. Okay, and if you can't practice, go ahead and fake it, like I said, and hopefully one day you guys can do it naturally. Okay, and trust me, it could happen, but you got to know what you're doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the last thing, and you guys already know what's up. You guys need to comment down below what you think this last thing is. Go ahead and do that right now. I'll give you guys a second. And you guys, if you haven't given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do that right now. And so this last thing on my list, I feel like some of you guys would guess this, because, you know, I kind of talked about things along the lines of this. And this last thing, you guys, oh my gosh, this is why I'm going to show you guys, because we're not going to cut this out. This is behind the scenes, how I like to keep it. But this is why I don't like wearing Vaseline or lip gloss when I film, because these little lines right here, they gotta go. But anyways, it's not that noticeable, so just ignore it, because I gotta ignore it. Okay, but this last thing, like I said, I feel like some of you guys know this, because I kind of said things along this line. And also something that's like obvious, but I feel like it still needs to be talked, because there's so much things in this topic to be reinforced. Okay, so this last thing is as simple as being rude, and women love the rude guys. You guys might know this already, but it's just something about that guy that won't make it so easy to get. And then you have to remember, women have their own attitude. Women for the streets come with their own problems. Women for the streets come with the headaches, with the you gotta do this, with the you're not doing this right, oh, all this complaining and bitching, right? We gotta say bitching, because there's real bitching out here, right? Ooh, that better not affect my monetization. But no, real talk, you guys, for real, they be bitching, going on and on, giving you headaches. And what, you're gonna just be nice, be the simp guy, and be like, okay, it's fine, you know, I'm gonna wait till you treat me right, I'm gonna wait till you know how to respect a man right? Like, no, you're gonna go ahead and move on. You're gonna go ahead and be with somebody else. And then the other thing too, when I say you match her energy, back to the other thing with availability, you can match her energy in other ways. So you have to match her energy with the rudeness, because that's what she is trying to get out. And the ones that can't stick, the guys that can't hang, the guys that can't handle how tough she is, those guys end up in the trap of getting used, played again, once again, but you're gonna be the simps, and it's not gonna be the side you want. So there's no good way to go with that. The only other alternative, if you're gonna deal with her, is to just act the way she acts to you. She might complain still. She might say, oh, I don't think you're treating me right, or you shouldn't be doing that. But who gives a damn? She's still gonna keep dealing with you. And if you feel like, okay, well, wait, I don't think it's a good idea, and she's still dealing with you, the second that you start saying, okay, let me start being nice, or let me be nicer, she's gonna kick you out, like, real quick. Way quicker than you saying something to her that was so disrespectful that she didn't like. Like, you have a way worse time when you're a nice guy, for sure, than being way disrespectful, for sure. So it's kind of like, just pick the other one, because you're just gonna get your feelings hurt. Like, do you want that? And she's gonna play you and all the stuff that I kept mentioning in this video. Okay, so basically this is the end of my video. There's not much else I can really tell you guys, but I really hope it was informative. I feel like I did say a lot, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, for the third, fourth time, please give this video a big thumbs up. And you guys, everything that is supposed to be checked out, the links, everything that I was mentioning, you guys, it's in my bio, so go ahead and click on it. And thank y'all so much for watching, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.